Hello, friends, and welcome to Ghouls Night In, the spooky chat show with your best ghoul friends. I'm Penny Snark.
And I'm Midge Munster. And we are quickly coming up on Christmas.
Yes.
And as we did last week, which I was thrilled that you brought us a new winter time creature to the pod.
Yes.
But we've talked about many holiday topics over the years on this podcast, mostly in the forms of critters and creatures. But this week, I wanted to take a look at something a little bit less monstery and more, I almost said more manny. Specifically, a gingerbread manny.
A gingerbread man?
So I went down a rabbit hole was what happened here. I visited Devin not too long ago, and he showed me Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, the movie.
That's the one with Rana in it, right?
It surely is. If you haven't seen it, you would hate it.
Yeah, I have not seen it because I knew that I would hate it.
You would hate it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's exactly my brand of stupid. It's very Van Helsing coded.
Sure.
But I was watching that with him, and I went down this brain wormhole of like, how did the gingerbread house thing happen with the witch? Like, what's the connection there? Or is there any connection? And through that, I learned so much about gingerbread.
Exciting.
And it has the weirdest little history. So we're going to talk about it today. And I mean, parts of this are spooky, parts of it are not particularly spooky, but it is extremely weird, and I feel like that aligns with our brand here. So
I was going to say, I feel like that's right for our pod. It's like a little spooky, but definitely weird.
Yeah. At minimum, y'all are going to walk away with a lot of very strange facts to tell at your holiday parties this season.
Perfect.
And every time you pick up a gingerbread cookie, you can start talking somebody's ear off about Elizabeth I. So,
good preview. I'm teased. I'm into it.
So we do start on kind of a spooky note. A lot of historians believe that the first man-shaped biscuit cookie situations might date back to Roman times, specifically linking to the festival Saturnalia, which is, of course, the festival honoring the god Saturn. Now, while these would not have necessarily been gingerbread cookies, the idea of food shaped like a little guy very well may have been associated with this, specifically used to represent the idea of human sacrifice to Saturn. Now, many of you spooky little goths on here might be familiar with the Goya painting of Saturn devouring his son.
I was about to say, I was like, Saturn does love to devour his son.
He loved to eat.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely not as cute as a gingerbread man, but definitely would make sense that this tradition might be present at a festival honoring a guy who munched down his own kid.
Yeah.
So Saturnalia was a mid-December festival, and a lot of that, while it was much more, I guess, from a religious lens, debaucherous, right? Of like, yeah, feasting and raucousing through the streets and that kind of stuff. A lot of that does, as it always does, pave the way for many of our now December holiday celebrations. Things like, feasting and caroling.
And we do love feasting and being raucous in the streets. Yeah. That's how we do December.
Yes. So this could definitely be part of the mystery of how these little fellas made their way into our current festivities. But here is where, in my opinion, things get particularly wild. We're on our way to medieval Europe.
Let's go.
Ginger was not native to Europe at that time. It originated in China. And that China is where some of the earliest like quote gingerbread recipes are from. Of course, that gingerbread looked very different than what we think of now. But after the Crusades, ginger is brought back to Europe and gingerbread becomes popular and starts getting used in the most weird ways you can think of. Maybe not the weirdest ways you can think of.
There's some pretty weird ways, bitch.
There's some pretty weird ways you could use gingerbread. But monks are some of the first people to start making it. And they originally are using it for medicinal purposes, which, if any of y'all are hot humans with tummy issues, you've probably carried candied ginger in your bag at some point to soothe upset stomachs. This is pretty similar. They are helping with indigestion and things like that using this gingerbread substance, which at this point is like ground up almond, dry breadcrumbs, honey, and ginger, kind of all mushed together.
All right.
So again, still not what we think of now, but doesn't sound disgusting at all.
No, yeah. Those are good components.
Yeah, I'm like, I would eat that. But the monks are also some of the first people to use gingerbread in an artistic way. So they start putting it into molds and making sort of like coins, like round little biscuits that have the faces of saints or other religious iconography on them. Classic.
Say a likely thing for a monk to do.
Right. And this becomes a pretty popular like thing to hand out on, saint festivals, or people who do like pilgrimages would get like this as a kind of a souvenir for their travel. But these molds that they're putting them in are crazy elaborate. And we'll, of course, post pictures of this over on the Instagram page because really, like, incredibly spectacular. They're like metal... they're like metal molds. Perfect. That's really helpful. Like those rolling pins that have the designs and you roll it on the dough? It's like some of them are like that, and then some of them are literally like these beautiful tin like pressings that they push it into. It's crazy, like design wise. I'm just always, I know that obviously we're in like kind of a high age of art also coming coming out of medieval times, but I'm just always blown away by stuff like that that's so detailed that that long ago. But they depicted people, animals, scenes, flowers, and this gains popularity throughout Europe and leaves the monasteries and becomes a popular treat for like people at fairs or whatever. They're picking up gingerbread all over the place.
I'm looking at some pictures and they are very cool.
They're beautiful. Okay, so here's where we start getting into some weird magic shit.
All right. I'm ready.
So gingerbread was thought to be good luck, and depending on which shapes you ingested, it was believed it could help you with different things. Yeah. So like heart-shaped biscuits for finding love. Rabbits for fertility. This is one of my favorite ones. Pieces shaped like letters to boost your intelligence.
like that. Sorry, this is a side note. Have you read that children's picture book about the dog that eats alphabet soup and then she can speak words?
No, but it's exactly that.
So it's literally exactly that.
That's hilarious. No, I have not seen that book. But yeah, that's literally, they're like making little letters and eating them up and being like,
making me smarter.
Now I'm brilliant. And then this one in particular makes me really happy because it's a classic that sounds straight out of a book of Victorian egg magic. There were these like gingerbread husbands. And women could either, have their own and eat it to find love, but more commonly, you would take it to the man that you were interested in, and if you could get him to eat it, then it would, like, snare him into falling in love with you. Wild.
Very wild. But I'm like, obviously Victorians weren't thinking about this. I'm like, wouldn't a man eating another man's cookie make him want a husband? But I guess they weren't thinking about that.
That's the gay agenda.
I was
all
just saying,
along.
that was like, sounds pretty gay to eat eat a man gingerbread.
Gay. That's actually, it's a trick. You get them to eat it, and then you yell gay, and you run away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was also, like, common to make talismans for knights that were going into battle out of gingerbread to protect them. So, again, some pretty, like, witchcraft-adjacent vibes there.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Gingerbread actually became so important that it became regulated in the late 15th and early 16th centuries. Only professional gingerbread bakers were allowed to make it, except during holidays, specifically like Christmas and Easter times. You could make your own. But gingerbread guilds were established to, like, protect the craft. Especially in Germany, but, like, all across Europe, in, like, France, and even in Russia, and, like, there were, like, all these pockets of gingerbread guilds.
I love that.
Which is a great band name, by the way.
Right? I was gonna say, this is a sign for everybody who plays in, like, kind of like a mishmash fantasy D&D thing, to be like,
gingerbread
if you've
guild.
got a thieves guild, you better have a gingerbread guild in your village too.
Oh my gosh.
How cool would that be?
Can everybody just hold on for a minute? I gotta text my DM. That would be awesome. So, though we are obviously seeing that there's kind of a long storied history of gingerbread making here, and it became a very, like, respected profession, I also saw some things that said they would even use, like, gingerbread slabs to, like, get news out to people. Like, if there was, like, a large marriage that happened where two prominent families were, like, blended, they would put the, like, seals, the family crests on a slab and, like, put it out to people on bread, like, or on baked good.
Yes.
So it was a big deal. And of course, because, like anything, it becomes also kind of elitist in the sense that it's certain people who can make it, and it's very tied to the church. It's very tied to the government. So gingerbread's kind of that girl for a bit here.
Seriously.
And especially when, here she is, Queen Elizabeth I gets a hold of it. She, even though we have this very prominent history before this, she is technically, by a lot of historians, credited as being the first person to make a gingerbread man. Now, that's not true, because we talked about gingerbread husbands mere moments ago. But she's the queen, and she gets credit because she's a wealthy white woman.
Sure.
So, she, though, was kind of known for this, where she would have, like, elaborate gingerbread effigies made by her personal pastry chef, and have them made for, like, important people who came through court to show that they had curried favor with her. And obviously there are no photos of these elaborate gingerbread people. But I found several things saying that, like, they were detailed down to, like, some of these, men who would come through in these very elaborate, like, outfits and things to see her. The details on the outfits and everything were, like, down to the button kind of thing. Which could be cool, but is also maybe kind of creepy, I think.
Oh, yeah. It's a little creepy, but I feel like if you're that kind of, like, fancy dude, you're like, yes, it's correct that everyone's paying incredibly close attention to me.
That's true. The original fan art.
Yes.
But, of course, like anything that gets too close to magic adjacent, gingerbread had a spell where it fell out of favor very quickly due to suspicions of its ties to witchcraft.
Uh-oh.
There's documentation from early German witch trials that state that witches were believed to be making cookie poppets of their enemies.
Yeah, sure.
And killing their foes by eating the gingerbread. And so this is kind of, one of the early moments where like, oh, we possibly see how we gain the ties to witch living in gingerbread house,
sure.
a la Grimm Brothers later. Now, speaking of that, there's a really heated debate out there amongst scholars about which came first, the proverbial chicken.
Which?
But the gingerbread house itself, or the story of Hansel and Gretel. There is documentation of gingerbread, which again looked very different. Architectural like art happening as early as like ancient Greece. But not in the sense that we think of a gingerbread house. So it's believed that the rise in popularity of gingerbread houses around the early 19th century had direct correlations to the publication of Hansel and Gretel in 1812. But there's nothing we can look at that specifically says because A, then B.
Yeah.
But it's cool to think that maybe that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it makes sense that it popularized it, even if it wasn't, like, the first, like, no one had ever thought about it before, but...
No one's ever made a house before. But yeah, regardless, it definitely sparks them to, like, big popularity, and that popularity has persisted. We are very in the gingerbread house culture of holiday time right now. I feel like the last like 5 years, I feel like the gingerbread like decor thing has been huge.
Definitely.
Like in a way that I don't remember ever seeing a lot of. I've seen like some stuff, but it's like I remember At Home did a whole like line for like 3 years that was just everything made of gingerbread.
Yeah.
But people are finding new and innovative ways to make gingerbread houses, and this is just going to be fun facts with Midge.
Hell yeah.
Especially for any of us who are Guinness Book of World Record nerds in the audience. So, the largest gingerbread house that was ever constructed was made in 2013 in Bryan, Texas.
A likely place.
Yeah, well, you know what they say.
Precisely.
Penny, do you want to take any guesses in feet how tall this gingerbread house was?
Oh, man. Well, because I know, like, they do those enormous gingerbread houses at Disney, and so if those are not the biggest, this one must be real big. 70 feet?
Okay, so I should have, because you're right. Like I wasn't thinking about this. This one is not, because there was a one too, the biggest one prior to this was the one in the Mall of America. Mm-hmm. And that one is really tall. This one is only 20 feet tall. However, it is 60 feet by 42 feet.
Oh, geez.
Like on the ground.
Dang, yeah, that's a big boy.
Yes. Made with 7,200 pounds of flour, 3,000 pounds of brown sugar, and over 22,000 pieces of candy.
Wow.
Big papa.
That's a big house.
I'm kind of a curmudgeon here, though, because upon digging, I found out that this house was technically constructed on a wood frame.
Oh, boo.
Right. They built the house and then layered tons of gingerbread over it, which is still cool.
Yeah,
But then when you walk inside, because you could go in it, you're not looking at gingerbread. You're looking at wood.
No, that's a... See, and I thought when I was guessing about Disney, I thought you were going to be like, oh, well, like, it's a different, like, category for, like, 100% gingerbread, because I'm sure those Disney ones have, like, frames in them and stuff, too.
Yeah.
But, like, I think there should be, because that's not...
I do, too.
That's not it's a house covered in gingerbread. It's not a house made of gingerbread.
No, I agree. That was my first thought. I was like, there needs to be some distinguishing here.
Right. I was gonna say, what is the Guinness Book of World Records for, if not incredibly minute detailed to be like, this is the biggest house made of only gingerbread, baked by a person with German heritage or something like that.
Yeah, well, and there is like there's kind of this interesting back and forth happening between Texas and... Oh shoot! I didn't put it in my notes. I think it's Sweden, but I might be misspeaking. Where like Texas had the biggest. No, it is Sweden because Texas had like the biggest gingerbread man cookie for a long time, and then some like subsect of IKEA made the now largest gingerbread man on record, and it was like all baked in one piece.
Ooh, yeah.
So it was like a big to do. So now there's kind of this back and forth where like the Mall of America thing happened, and then Sweden kind of had one for us. So I'm waiting for Sweden to really show up Texas on this house and actually construct it of gingerbread.
Yes.
I think if anybody can do it, it's the Swedes.
I believe in you, Swedes.
or the Germans, because I guess Nuremberg is like the kind of gingerbread capital, supposedly.
yeah. I just think like I grew up going to like German Christmas markets in like the area, and like you always see like the big gingerbread hearts and stuff. So
yeah,
I think of it as German in my brain.
For anybody who is not familiar with Wisconsin or from like the U.S., Milwaukee has a like staunch German presence. There's a lot of German culture there, which is why I think we talked about that before, because you guys have Krampusnacht.
Yes,
too.
Yes, correct.
Like in a bigger way than most places here in the U.S. do. But that is a little tour of gingerbread. I had no idea there was so much to it. There are also museums in a couple of European cities that have like a bunch of these original molds and stuff.
That'd be cool.
So if you have been there, or if you live somewhere that has gingerbread museums, I would love to hear if you have experience with that. It just sounds really cool. I mean, Penny and I both love like a weird niche museum curated anything. But we will definitely share photos of those molds over on Instagram, because they are beautiful.
Yes. I thought you were going to bring up the Ginger Dead Man, Midge.
I meant to, and yeah. Because, yeah, we've really started breaching holiday lines with, the Ginger Dead Man has been a big thing the last several years with the skeleton on a gingerbread man cookie.
Oh, no, I meant the film.
I don't know that.
Are you not familiar? There is a horror comedy in which Gary Busey voices an evil gingerbread man because it was baked with the ashes of a dead serial killer, played by Gary Busey, and it then runs around. I'm sorry I killed Midge by telling her about the film The Ginger Dead Man.
I just looked up a photo, and he's so nasty.
So nasty.
Why did I not know this existed?
Yeah.
What? Is this like, this has to be like late 80s, early 90s,
it's
right?
It's from 2005.
Which means it's gonna be right up my alley.
Yes, I will say I have not watched it, but I had heard about it. I think Caitlin and a friend like rented it randomly from a video store at one point in their youth, and were like, "What the fuck is this?" So
Listen, that's how I found most of my favorite horror movies, was
Right.
random Blockbuster checkout.
Yes. So yes.
I great names that we like to feature here on the pod. Killer gingerbread man brought to life by the ashes of deceased serial killer Millard Findlemeyer. Oh my gosh. Are you
Wild.
Are you a Dropout fan?
Yes.
This ginger dead man's face looks very much like the hot dog that they just did with Rekha Shankar on
You're right.
Very
it
Important
does.
People. It's very Rekha Shankar as a hot dog coated.
Very true. Yes.
Oh my god, that's
Oh my
funny.
God.
Well, I know what I'm doing later.
There you go.
Yeti spoof poster and watching Ginger Dead Man.
Man. Hell yeah.
Watch out, world. Well, thank you all for listening. This has been a time that we had.
Yes.
If you are new to us and you'd like to follow along, please be sure to check out our Instagram at Ghouls Night in Pod. And we also have a Discord, which you can find either in the description at the Instagram. What is that called? The bio? It's in our bio. Or it should be a link in the show notes as well here.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got a great community over there. Love to chat about weird crap like this. So please join us over there. We'd love to have you. And if you are not new here, but you are enjoying this podcast and you haven't told us yet, please do. We would love if you'd leave us a rating or a review wherever you listen. That helps us find new audiences. And we might just read it right here on the pod. Penny has an Instagram DM submitted review, I believe, to share with us today.
I certainly do. This review comes to us from Angela, who says, as a spooky artist that recently moved to a big city where I'm without a lot of my longtime friends, Ghouls Night In definitely fills a void in terms of conversation and laughter. Midge and Penny are the ghoul friends we'd all love to meet up with every week, and hey, we get to. Love, love, love all the topics you choose, from Penny's maritime disasters that got us watching and loving The Terror. Hell yeah, The Terror.
Yeah. More winter horror, baby.
Exactly. To Midge schooling us on Edward Gorey's pen nibs. All of it is good stuff. Then there's the party makeup video episode that, for better or worse, inspired our last-minute Halloween costumes this year.
Oh my god,
My
what?
husband dressed up as the Glamour Puss version of our little cat Elvira, and I dressed as the Glamour Puss version of our 20-pound black Maine Coon Ernest. It's kind of like if Cats the Musical was a horror film in the most uncomfortable way possible, and I appreciate the inspiration. And yes, Midge, she did send us video of them in their Glamour Puss costumes. So it's incredible.
Like a dog with zoomies. I just took a lap around my desk. I've somehow missed that completely, and I have to go find that now immediately. That's hilarious.
It is.
I thought she was
incredible.
I thought she was originally going to say the party makeup episode, which for better or worse exists. That's where I thought that was going. I was like, we feel you, Diva. We really do. Yep. Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait to see that.
So good. Yes, I'll send that video directly to your inbox, Mitch, so you can check it out. But yes, thank you so much, Angela, and thank you for your creative party makeup interpretation.
Oh, wow. How the party makeup, the gift that keeps on giving.
Truly.
in this season of giving,
give your friends the gift of party makeup.
Oh, well, yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and follow along with us, like I said, over on Instagram at Ghouls Night in Pod. And if you are looking for me, you can find me all over the web at Midge Munster.
And you can find me at Penny Snark.
And until next time,
Goodbye.